The sun, being the overall energy, is just highlighting this whole reading, and the sun is always a positive card. It's very optimistic, it's very full of hope, and it's very, for me, if I want to get a card that says there's hope and there's something good coming around the corner, to not fret, not worry, the sun card is the one that I would want to get. The star card, yeah, that's great too, but I really like the sun card. So we have optimism, hope, renewal, things being brought to the surface, brought to the light this month so that we can deal with them, heal them, and move on, okay? That being said, we see maybe possibly a legal situation with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There may just be that water is dominant in their chart as well. Or this could be somebody who has an emotional connection to you or you to them. Okay? I'm getting strongly divorce here with the Justice card and the Hierophant. So some of you are ending legal battle or legal issues regarding custody or regarding divorce and separation. We see this ending by the end of the month. Now, I want to say this. There may be some aspect of this legal situation. Doesn't have to be divorce either, guys. It can just be anything that you're dealing with legally where you're having to fight. There may be multiple people involved in this situation too, I want to say. But there's some dynamic to the ruling that you get that I feel you may not be completely happy with. Okay? But there's something you need to understand here. In the long run, it's probably better that it didn't go the way you were hoping it goes. There's something about, you have to wait and see that this is actually working out for your betterment in the long run. Okay? I can't say what it is. I don't see it here in the cards. I can't say, what it will be. But there's a moment here after the decision or the ruling where you may feel like, oh, shit. I didn't get it. I didn't get what I wanted per se. Now, some of you, there is a big portion of this legal situation that you will get what you want. And it's because you were very, as a magician, I want to say you were very smart in how you handled things. I don't want to say you were manipulative because I don't feel that. But I just feel like you were very cunning, or you were very smart. You were very strategic with how you handled things. That will bring you some success or victory. But there may be another aspect of this that maybe you weren't considering, or maybe, you put so much emphasis on one thing and not enough on another, and that may be where the courts say, okay, this isn't right. So if you look at the 5 of Cups, there's 2 cups behind this man that he's not even acknowledging. So it's like there are good things that are in your favor. There are good things that are happening for you, but you may not be acknowledging them because you're so focused on one aspect of this ruling that you didn't get or that wasn't favorable for you, okay? Remember, we have the Sun card as the overall energy, and the Sun card is that of joy, optimism, hope. It's a big yes card. It's a big blessing, I want to say that after this happens, initially you may be a little upset, okay? But this is bringing all of this to close. It's at a completion. It's at the end of this cycle. We're opening a new chapter in our lives. And the outcome card is that of the 2 of Wands. So this is really, with the Sun as the overall energy, I want to say with the Sun and the 2 of Wands, liberation, to make new decisions, to move on in life. The Sun card is a big card of liberation for me. So, we're being liberated, we're being freed. You see the child in this, he's naked. He's being liberated. He's vulnerable now. He's free to be vulnerable. There's a lot of happiness coming in for you. There's a lot of joy, a lot to be celebrated, a lot to be thankful for coming in for you. Underneath that, we have the Strength card, okay? So I feel like just temporarily right now, you need to be strong to get over this hurdle. This is the last hurdle before you really get to feel that freedom and that liberation that you've been desiring and working towards. And by the end of the month, you'll have it, okay? It's just getting through the rough patches. Now let me look at the 5 of Rods here, which is the conflict that I'm looking at. Remember, these are general readings, guys, okay? Not all will apply to everyone. Let's look at the 5 of Rods. Okay. I feel like there's some battles here because you feel like somebody's not being fair. Somebody's not being fair in this situation. They're bringing a lot of sorrow or unhappiness. And I feel like with the Room card, this talks about secrets and intimacy. It's like you're protecting your secrets, or they've been protecting theirs, or there's something here about secrets coming to light and it causing conflict in this legal proceeding. Let me look at the Justice card. Okay. I want to say that I think you're hoping for a positive turn in events, like a pleasant surprise here, but if you've acted in any way that hasn't been full of integrity, that's going to be called out in court, okay? The Justice card is all about fairness, and they don't care, justice doesn't care emotionally who they feel is right or wrong. Justice is justice. It's black and white. It's what's fair. It's what's balanced. You have to remember that. That's difficult to do when you're talking court proceedings regarding, custody disputes or divorce situations. It's hard because there are a lot of emotions involved. But with the judge, the judgment is all about facts. The judgment is all about black and white. So if anybody's acted and in a way that lacked integrity, whether that be you or your partner, that's being called out and brought to the surface, okay? And maybe a pleasant surprise for you because it can gain you something in this proceeding, but it can also be that maybe you're the one who acted this way and that's being called out, and that may be where there's some sorrow here. Let's look at the 5 of Cups. So we have 5 of Cups on, here we have joy, and then we have foe, and we have consistency. The sorrow may come in the fact that there's no way to repair this relationship after this legal proceeding is done. Again, doesn't have to be divorce, doesn't have to be, it can just be someone, a business partner or whatever that you have emotional connection with, you had a friendship with. It's never gonna, things aren't gonna heal. This relationship is not gonna heal, okay? Let me look finally at the Sun card. The ending of this relationship, and I feel for some of you it is a romantic relationship because we have the Sweetheart and the Wedding card here. I really feel like for some of you this could be a situation where you're happy that it's ending. The ending of this is bringing you, again, liberation and joy. So that's what I have for the general reading. Let me go ahead and move into love, even though this was kind of regarding love. But again, it doesn't have to be a romantic love that we're talking about where there's this, legal stuff going on. So it can be another dynamic. It just depends on your particular situation. So let's look at love for Aries and see what's coming in. Love messages. See what's coming in for Aries. Okay, we have the Six of Wands, which fell out here. The card of victory and success. Let's see how it resonates with the other cards. We have the Six of Cups, the Page of Swords, Eight of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, for overall energy, we have the Six of Swords again. Okay, let's see. There's two cards about departure here, guys. We have the Eight of Cups and we have the Six of Swords. So we're talking about, geez, and we have three sixes too. Let me just look really quick. For some reason, my mind is drawing a blank. About the sixes. Let me just see what it says. Sixes reflect one's journey toward harmony. There are three parts to this concept. In order to begin the journey, one must begin by leaving. Sixes are cards of departure. So that's what we're seeing here too. We have three sixes and we have two cards that talk about departure. This is a family dynamic, okay? For those of you who are married, I think this is a successful completion for you, ending a relationship, whether you're married or not married. I don't want to say marriage per se, even though I'm picking up this is strongly related to a married couple. I just feel like this has been a challenging dynamic for some of you. And I feel like the month of July, for some of you, again, it's the ending of these court proceedings. It's the ending of whatever you need to finalize, and you're moving on. You're feeling liberated. I see that here in this spread. One thing I do want to say is, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords here and the Ten of Cups, I kind of feel like, and the Ace of Rods, I kind of feel like if you have children, I think that for some of you, there may be an interesting dynamic where you're learning, there's like a learning curve with learning how to co-parent, learning how to get along, co-parenting per se. There may be some bittersweet realities or truths that you have to acknowledge and understand with that dynamic. You know, it may be challenging for you to trust your ex, or maybe challenging for you to see your children go for, a couple days or what have you. That may be challenging for you. Others of you, I want to say that you're talking about maybe moving overseas, or you're talking about moving to another state. And I think you're going to be victorious in getting what you want and being able to move about after, this breakup or this separation. Now, for those of you who are single, there's somebody, I don't know what it is, guys. I know that there's some things that are retro. I think like Chiron, they said, is retrograde. I don't know, for those of you who follow astrology, the Six of Cups has come up a lot in my last couple readings. And I think this is a time when we're able to heal past relationships. The month of July gives us an opportunity to really close those doors that need to be closed, and new doors are opening. It's like we're transitioning into a new way of life. And this is just general energy that I'm talking about, guys. Not particularly your reading, but it does apply to your reading. Because we're seeing that here. It's like, for singles, there may be somebody communicating with you that you've already left. They're in the past. But they're coming back. And they may be wanting to reconnect. Some of you, I see you taking this as an opportunity to rekindle those romances, and some of you aren't. This person from the past can be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. That would be their sun, moon, or rising. But they may be a water sign too, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, okay? But there's definitely communication coming in. Let me look at the Page of Swords here. Yeah, someone's been sad without you. Somebody's like, maybe you were the one and maybe you were the one, or you were the one to me in the past, and I've been sad since without you. I'm lacking that security of a sound, strong relationship. And this person's feeling it, and they're communicating to you that they want to reconnect. For those of you who are coupled, there's just a sadness that this relationship isn't what it used to be, and it lacks the security that perhaps it once had, okay? Let me look at the Wheel of Fortune card. Okay, so singles, there may be strong sexual attraction to this person from the past, but you have to consider, you don't want to repeat this cycle, because sometimes Wheel of Fortune can talk about cycles. You don't want to repeat this cycle with this person anymore, and that's weighing heavily on your mind. Maybe they weren't very faithful. Maybe they weren't a loyal partner. Or maybe you know that you just can't trust this person. Even though there's strong sexual tension and desire here, is it really worth sacrificing, your emotional well-being or what you instinctively know to be true about this person? It doesn't change things. For those of you coupled, there's a lot of thought and consideration going on, maybe back and forth, deliberation, about whether or not you did the right thing in leaving this partnership, but you know that you had to because it did lack fidelity perhaps, or there's just a lack of loyalty there in this partnership. And it's a bittersweet truth that you have to, come to terms with. But at the end of the day, you're moving on, you're happy, and you know what? You're victorious in getting what you want ultimately.